This is a pretty fun one because sometimes just seeing a human hand on a screen can really get the learner's attention, and it just makes things feel a little bit more human. So what I've got right here is an image of a hand pointing, and this one I just got out of a Microsoft Clip Art image. It's this image right here of the person looking at a map and pointing out a particular spot. And once I had the image on my screen on the Format tab, I just used Remove Background to get rid of the background with the map and the other stuff on it. And it looks okay. There's a little bit of a jaggedy spot on the left-hand side here, but if you size this down a little bit, it probably wouldn't be very noticeable in something like this. Another option that you can explore is purchasing, a package of images like the ones that you can find at elearningart.com. Those have the backgrounds already removed, so that's kind of convenient. Or you could always just take a picture of your own hand and use PowerPoint or another tool to get rid of the background. A lot of times that works really well also. Once you've got your image on your slide, it's really just a matter of adding an animation so that the hand comes in and looks like it's pointing at a particular word in your paragraph or on your screen. So let's just say that we wanted this hand here to point to the word this right down here in the lower left. What we could do is kind of size this and then move it into place. I guess that's maybe a little bit too big, isn't it? Kind of move it to where we want it to be. And this image doesn't have much of a wrist showing, so that's kind of weird if, we don't want that blue part to show through here. We want to make sure that we don't make it look like we're using a, disembodied hand, even though that's what we're really doing. So there we go. That looks pretty good. So now that our image is in place, we would just apply our animation. So on the Animations tab, we can use an animation called Fly In, which is right here. And when you apply that, you'll notice that it defaults to coming in straight from the bottom and coming straight up, and that doesn't look real nice or realistic, so we're going to change the direction here to come in from the corner. And the other thing I like to do is always check the duration. Half a second duration is very quick, and that doesn't really feel quite as natural as slowing it down a bit. So about a second and a half or a second and 3/4 seems to work pretty well. Then if you want the hand to come back off of the slide too, you can also give it an exit animation of fly out. So if you select it again and choose add animation, then you can use the fly out animation. And again, the direction is going to default to straight down, and we're going to change that so that it goes back to where it came from. And we'll adjust the duration again as well. So that's about all we need to do there. And now we can come up to the Articulate menu and preview this and see how this would look once we publish. So here's our published version, and it's going to come on screen about now. Point to the word and then slide back out. And of course you can play with the duration that it stays on the screen as well. But it's a neat way to, kind of dress up your slides and make it a little bit more interesting to look at and get your learners' attention.